What's up, YouTube?
I want to show you my disheveled morning state. I want to show you the raw emotion that got me to this point, but I have a very important thing to tell you about, and it is the dark side of ceramic coatings.
Now I want you to look at how gorgeous these water beads are. I mean, aren't those just big fat water beads? Look at the way that water bead is actually encapsulating whatever is in there, that dirt, so that ideally it washes it off, right? Those are the self-cleaning properties that we brag about in the coating industry, and aren't these beads gorgeous? But wait, hold on. Look at that sun. There's no wind here. There's no fan. Let's assume that this vehicle is going to sit in this driveway. Sit in the driveway as the sun bakes in those water beads to the paint. You know, I think it's about time that we get really honest in the detailing world. Ceramic coatings are amazing. They do everything we say they're gonna do. They beat up the water. They're shiny and glossy. And guess what? They even give you protection from the elements. But what happens when this gets baked into the paint? It's not really getting baked into the paint's clear coat per se. I mean, let's be honest here. You have a coating on there. This is gonna get baked into the coating, the sacrificial layer, the new clear coat essentially for your vehicle. Now this is our old Subaru Legacy. It gets beat up, driven around. It doesn't stand a chance. But it just shows you, because I've seen the water spots happen, and that's what we're getting to here. Water spots. And water spots are a thing. And they can happen on a coated vehicle. You either have to use some kind of acid, like wheel brightener from Meguiar's, used very carefully, not on glass, used very carefully, and then wash it off. That is a way that I've done it in the past, gets the water spots off, or a quick polish. Like what I did on this vehicle is I just did a quick orange waffle with hyper polish, because I had all these pads sitting around, my Zen tool. I usually use a Rupes, but I went for it, and it was like a 2-hour polish, my shortest ever polish. And I just threw some gloss coat on there from Optimum. I hadn't used gloss coat in so long, and I was just trying to get rid of products in my garage that were taking up space, so do a little experimenting. And I love the beads on this thing, right? The bottom line is, these can get melted into your paint by the almighty sun. When that happens, water spots appear, people freak out. It is the dark side of ceramic coatings. The beading can be so good, it can create water spots on your paint. They're not permanent, they're in the coating, they can be removed, the coating is gonna do its job. But for a customer who spends a lot of money on a product, sometimes the water spotting issue can be a deal breaker, because they're so upset, they call you back, you're happy to take care of them, but if it becomes a recurring theme, you kind of realize you have to be as honest as you possibly can be with customers about the pros and cons of coatings. So, the pro, I've already said a million things. Ease of clean, shine and gloss, protection from the elements. You're gonna wipe off whatever's on your paint so easily. So easily. In fact, I just wanna, let's do this right now. I'm just gonna grab a clean towel. There's the last orange waffle that I didn't use the other day. I'm not gonna do anything special. I'm just gonna show you this. And the paint is certainly very clean. When this dries off, I don't think we're gonna see water spots just yet, because this was done a couple of days ago. Let's try just buffing this out a little bit. Yeah, those are gonna dry down. Those will be fine. So it cleans exceptionally easily, and I wouldn't normally have done that with just a dry microfiber, but this is a very plush towel that recently ended up in the coating realm on its last legs, and is now in my general purpose towel, supply. So anyway, dark side of coatings, it's pretty avoidable if you just keep your vehicle safely cleaned. If you're cognizant of something like this in the parking lot, you have, maybe some detail spray and O&R, whatever, and some nice towels, and you can hopefully, maybe a master blaster or a leaf blower, and you can just blow spots. Best option is not having to touch your paint at all. So if you can use a leaf blower, but anyway, that's just a reality. Obviously, if you can, get your vehicle in the garage. We've got some painting going on of cabinets and life's in the way. Again, most of the time I'm mobile, so you can just ignore my messy garage. But this is my wife's Subaru Legacy that she drives around with the kids, gets real beat up. But it was fun to do a quick polish and throw some gloss coat on there, and just shows you how amazing the beads can be. But yeah, for amazing properties that coatings offer, they also have some downsides. And if the water spots, like you can see this one right here, that's just dirt right now, right? I could get that off. It's been maybe a day or two. But if that sits and bakes on the paint, and that obviously was a water spot with all the residual particulates in there, and I don't know what they are, but minerals and dirt, whatever. I'm not a scientist, but obviously it's common sense. If it sits on the paint and bakes in, I know what it's like to try to get that out. I know how difficult it can be, and so it's like, I know what this is about to be, right? So if you don't take care of your vehicle and it's ceramic coated, that's an issue. So if you're someone who likes taking care of your vehicle, you're not a pro, but you're like, hey, I want the best thing for my vehicle and I can do the simple things to take care of it once a pro takes care of it, I would absolutely recommend ceramic coatings. But if you're just like a once application and walk away kind of person, you know what? Just go to the car wash, to be honest, or have a detailer wash your vehicle every 2 weeks, one of the two. And then we'll just do a light polish every year.